This is so not cool.
Yeah.
It makes my blood boil. Okay, so people have rung up to cancel an auction. We've worked on it for 4 weeks. They've both turned their phone off. Okay, this is the shit that does my head in as a real estate agent. It's totally unfair. They've told us to cancel the auction like they don't care. We worked on it for free. They apparently got some magical buy that's going to pay 100 grand more than anyone else. This is the bullshit. I've actually never had this happen before, but the fact that both vendors are uncontactable 30 minutes before their campaign starts, after us working on it for 4 weeks, is so not cool. It's not cool one bit. Are the vendors in Geelong?
Yes.
Are they...
Yeah, they've moved to the new house.
So none of them are answering their phone?
No, I know.
Shall be the policy of this nation to regard any nuclear missile launched from Cuba against any nation in the Western Hemisphere as an attack.
So where do they live?
The auction, though, they got...
Where do they live? I'm going there now to talk to them. I'll see you at the auction. So we're half an hour out from an auction. Both the vendors have told us they want to cancel the auction. Both of them have turned their phones off, or they're not answering their phone. That's not cool, so I'm going to go to their house and see them and try and turn this thing around, because this is not cool. It's totally disrespectful to It's disrespectful to the company. We're not doormats, we're human beings. We've worked our asses off it for the last 5 weeks, and for someone just not to answer their phones on auction day is totally unacceptable. It's not cool. In 13 years of doing this, I've never had someone do this, and you know, I'll keep my cool. I'm angry now. When I see them, will keep my cool, but you know. So auction's in half an hour. He just rings me up to say that the vendors want to cancel. They've got to buy that are going to pay X amount of money over reserve.
Are you serious?
Dead. Huh?
Well, why don't they just bloody bid at the auction?
Yeah, I know, that's what. And they won't give the details of them either. This is all bullshit. I was going to go to their house, but apparently the vendors have and they've turned their off. The vendors have.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's bad. Why don't the bloody buyers just bid at auction though?
Because it could be all bullshit. They might be wanting to do a deal on the side and cut the agent out of commission. Guys are going to pay $450. Everybody else is at $380. No contracts are signed, no deals done, and they wouldn't give person's details.
Oh, this is crazy.
I know.
Someone's door knocked them or something's gone on there.
Well, they're in authority.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not involved in that auction today. I'm lucky if I don't. Because if that was my auction, you'd be going, how'd you get in such a f***ing mess, Winkle, when I've had nothing to do with it?
No, but this is why. No, listen to me. This is what f***ing shits me. When you don't have vendor meetings as a director when I'm not involved in the f***ing sales. That's what shits me. It's what?
It's bizarre to have that happen on auction day.
Half an hour out from the start of the auction.
Down there and tell everyone it's not happening.
Well, it'll have to. No, I'm going to see the vendors now. I'm going to have a chat.
You need to go. What time is this auction?
I'm heading there now. But Michelle, don't you agree? This is why vendor meetings with the auctioneer, with a director, are so important.
Yeah, totally. But I think if this has happened on the day, I don't know how a vendor meeting would have made this any different. That's all.
Yeah, that's yours.
Because if it happens on the day, you can't control that, even if you had a vendor meeting.
Yeah. So we're going to take it to auction. Thank God for that. That's all I can say. Bit of a mini crisis there, but it's been dealt with. That was a full-on negotiation. This is a crazy job. So we've just sold that. So it got passed in, then we sold it. I won't disclose what we sold it for, but we sold it for over 400,000. Very tough vendor, very tough vendor. Very tough purchases. So I reckon I've been in there for nearly an hour, back and forth, but common sense prevailed. I'm going to say this.
Yep. It's
bloody frustrating sometimes, because sometimes you're $5 away and no one will budge. So someone's got to back down, and you know, Negotiating is a delicate art. As an agent, you've got to know when to speak and when to actually say to vendors, listen, you need to take this offer, or you need to seriously consider this offer. Because what you don't want them to do is to reject an offer on auction day, and then in 2 months' time, they're selling it for 20 or 30 grand less. I mean, they're just, you know, you're an experienced agent. There's nothing wrong with telling the vendors the truth. And that's where I operate from. If you think they're making a mistake, tell them, for God's sake. You know, a lot of agents I see, they're too scared to say anything. Oh, it's just whatever the vendor wants. Garbage. They've employed you as their trusted advisor. They may not like what you tell them, but I tell you what, tomorrow when they're drinking their champagne, and next week they'll be thinking, thank God I sold it. Thank God we listened to him. And I think that's what makes a good agent. And that's the difference between putting lots of deals together and not putting deals together. My name's Daniel Hayes. Thanks for watching $1 Million Bogan Australia. So make sure you click the button right here. I'm gonna go.